Hey guys, we're taking a look at my Meklord deck. Meklords are really just an anti-synchro archetype. However, if you can support them well enough, the deck can be strong enough to just overcome decks that don't rely on just synchro monsters. But I think Meklords are pretty cool, and I'm going to go over the cards. So first off, we have Meklord Army of Wisel. He's pretty cool because he can allow other Meklords to do piercing battle damage, and 1800 attack is pretty decent. And then Granel. Granel gains attack. They all gain attack when you have other Meklords, but this one gains attack, and he can also, it's kind of like Gale, he can cut opponent's attack in half, which is very nice. And then Skiel is another one that increases his attack, and also he's a searcher, but he can special summon, so it's really cool. If you're losing monsters, you can just keep special summoning and getting them back. And then one of the Meklord Emperors, Wisel. This one's really nice. So when you lose a monster to an effect, you can special summon him, and he has 2500 attack, which is really nice, considering he also has the other effects, which is that he can steal synchro monsters, and he can negate spell cards. So very powerful card once you get this guy out. Kind of reminds me of that guy from Portal too, the robots, a little bit, maybe? I don't know. I also have Granel in here. So Granel is a little more situational. His attack is based on half of your life points. So early on he's super strong. Usually don't want to run too many of these. Running one might be a risk on itself, but I really like him, so I wanted to put him in. Also has anti-synchro power. And then we have Black Salvo. Black Salvo is used to summon Wisel, so you get 7-star synchros out very easily. And then the deck is also supported by the Machina, so we have Machina Gearframe and Machina Fortress. Obvious what they can do in this deck. Very powerful machines. And obviously with level 7 synchros and him, you get access to level 7 XYZs. So that's very powerful. So now the spell cards, quickly. So I'm running Solidarity. This is kind of something that you can do, you don't have to do. I personally like being able to run Solidarity if the build kind of works with it. So these are all machines. If you're not running Solidarity, there's a bunch of other options. Like I'd probably run like Effect Veiler and stuff like that. But the XYZ and Synchro deck and well, the extra deck in general is just going to kind of be a little more machine heavy because I'm running Solidarity. Then a bunch of staples, limiter removal, obviously with the machine deck. And some of the traps, Fiendish Chain, you might want to run more than one if you don't have an Effect Veiler. Up to you. And the extra deck, so we have Karakuri, Shogun, obviously a level 7 that you can get out very easily with this deck, and he's a machine. Black Rose, the other level 7, obviously you won't be able to use Solidarity if you use him, but very powerful effect that you might need. Then the level 7 XYZs, Dracossack, running 2 of these for the machine, and Big Eye can always be useful. Bunch of other level 7s, you know. Like I said before, it's dependent on whether you're running Solidarity or not. How, you know, machine heavy you want to make it. And for the 4-stars, you're just going to have a variety of a bunch of the normal 4-star XYZs. I'm running 2 Gear Gigant X's, like I said before, for Solidarity. So in general, there's really not too much to say about the Meklord deck. You really don't want to use too many of the Emperors because of how situational their effects are and how they are mostly focused on anti-synchro. You really want to have a strong build that doesn't rely on them, so you're able to just play the deck normally. Especially with like the prevalence of XYZs these days, you might run into a bunch of decks that don't do synchro at all. So you really don't want to be focusing on anti-synchro tactics all the time. But that is my Meklord deck. If you guys have your own Meklord decks, I'd love to see what cards you use, how the build works. It's a pretty cool archetype, so I definitely want to see more from you guys. If you like this video, you can subscribe or hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. You can also check the description to see a playlist of all the decks I've made so far. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can see that on the bottom left, so you can get updates on what I'm currently working on, when new videos are going to come out. If you want to tweet me, contact me. Twitter is usually the best way for that. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you later.